Last time on SV Sparklemuffin, I replaced some port light gaskets, dig into the electrical bowels of the engine, replace the prop shaft brush, fashion new gaskets, clean and reseal the fresh water tanks, install a new stereo system, and do a little sail repair.
I'm just kidding.
It's definitely going on the internet though. It's May 2017. Summer is full on in San Rafael, and I've just arrived at the San Rafael Yacht Harbor with my buds Misha and Bill. Sparklemuffin needs her bottom painted, and we've got an ambitious schedule to finish it over a weekend. This towering crane is used to get boats in and out of the water. These robust straps go under the boat and are then attached to the crane. There's a boat and the crane ready to go, so first order of business is getting her into the water. Quiet. It's like the space battleship drama says. Watch it, watch it! It's got to be challenging to make delicate movements with such a massive crane. Indeed, there were a couple of close calls. Hey, watch it! This was such a beautiful boat, it would have been super sad to have its rudder crushed on the dock. Hey, this strap should be over here.
Over here?
Yeah. You need a hand like that. And this one. When hauling out, it's best to have the weight of the vessel borne where there are bulkheads. Thank you, gentlemen. These points are a bit stronger and will help reduce torsion and distortion of the hull and rigging. Workers guide the crane's 4 hooks to the straps. This is done carefully to avoid getting the crane's cables tangled in the ship's mast and rigging. These poles help reduce the inward crushing force when lifting with straps. I haven't seen that before. And here she goes, 20,000 pounds of boat flying through the air. As soon as she's out, work begins immediately, setting up the jack stands that will hold her upright, then pressure washing the bottom. I dropped my paddles off back at the marina where we started from. Upon return, work is already well underway, sanding away the old layer of paint. An acid is also applied to help remove the paint. Up on deck, I'm treated to a view of the entire boatyard. Somehow I get the fun task of manually sanding the paint off the raw water intake strainers, which have many small surfaces coated with layers of caked-on paint. It's extraordinarily time-consuming work. Meanwhile, Edmundo uses a rotary wire brush on the easier exposed metal surfaces like through hulls. Edmundo is a jack of all boat trades and has been working on boats for over 2 decades. Once the metal surfaces are clean, it's time to apply primer, which adheres to metal better than the paint and provides a surface for the paint to stick. Edmundo shows me how to apply the primer. It needs to go on all metal surfaces, except the threaded portion of bolts or areas that are intended to make electrical contact with sacrificial zincs. We also apply it to any white areas showing, which is the fiberglass of the hull beneath all the paint. I don't know if you can hear it, but this through hull makes a fun sound when you go over it with the roller brush. Time for a second coat of primer. Rigo is busy polishing and waxing the top sides. His specialty is cosmetic work. Finally, the fun part, painting! We'll apply one coat today, allow it to dry overnight, then apply a second coat tomorrow. All in all, it took just under 2 cans of paint for the entire bottom. With today's painting out of the way, I move on to lubricating the ball valves of the seacocks. This involves closing the valve, applying lubricant to both sides of the ball, then opening and closing the valve repeatedly to work in the lubricant. Time to go up and do the other side of the lubrication. The next day, after the second coat of paint, we shift the position of the jack stands in order to work on the surfaces that had been inaccessible underneath. I hand sand the now exposed unworked areas. And sand. And sand some more. It's a lot of work, and my arms are absolutely burning. With that out of the way, the complete paint job is finished in no time. Yay! Now just waiting for the second coat of paint to dry, I kill time taking artistic shots of the boatyard scenery. There are boats here of all different shapes, sizes, and conditions, just as it is with the people here. I met interesting characters around the yard, some who live at the marina, and others who are working on projects of varying scopes. A fisherman told me about the incredible tidal range and anchoring around Alaska. Another gentleman told me he'd been living on his boat at anchor in the bay, but one day when he was on land, the anchor let go and his water-based home was swept away onto the rocks and destroyed. I have little doubt that boatyards offer the most dense collection of diverse human experiences anywhere. There's breadth and depth to the stories of triumph and tragedy, joy and sorrow, dreams and disappointment, all connected by a love of the water and the impermanent human craft that meander on its surface, which, at its heart, is simply the call of the soul's most basic yearning for freedom. It is at once both industrial and beautiful. With her fresh and shiny bottom, it's time for her to get back into the water where she belongs. Bill and I navigate the canal and head back to home berth. Mission accomplished. It feels good to be done.